here for the christening of the Kemosabe. Everybody's going to come over and look at the car. All my friends, not all of them, some guys with cars and stuff, they're going to bring back here. I'm going to show them the car for the first time. They've never seen it before. So it's going to be great.
How long have you had that, Pete?
Oh, I think I owned that car. I'll tell you how I bought it. I was at a car show at Freehold, and it was a Corvette show. And there's all these Corvette guys, and they know I wanted to buy a hot rod. So one guy told me in the Freehold that he knows a guy in Staten Island that had this Corvette. I said, really? So I called the guy. He said he won $5 grand for it. I said, that sounds good to me. So I went there in my truck, in my car trailer. I was planning to buy it right away. So I went down and saw it. It was all messed up, banged up, this and that and everything. So the guy was a garbage collector. And he found it behind somebody's house. So I said, fine, I'll take it. The motor was on the ground. The seats are out. It was buckets of, bags of parts and all this crap. I took it home. I kept it for a long time. And then I decided what I'm going to do with it. The color, this and that and everything. And I used to travel in my mind thinking about this car. I used to think about what color is this car going to be, what kind of motor is going to go in it, what name is going to go on it, all this crap. I didn't get the name until this year. The Kemosabe. I just like that name for some Kemosabe with the arrow and everything. So this guy, Bell Signs and Edison did the sign work for me. So anyway, I got the car back, and I didn't know anything about body work or anything at that time. So I bring it to one guy to do the chassis work, which my son was only 2 years old. My son is now 24. See this picture up here? There's a picture of my son at 2 years old, and the chassis. The guy did the tub in the back. He did the back half the car. He put the Ford 9-inch rear in it. That was back in 1987. I still got the 87 tires in the back. They look like brand new, but they'd never been on the street. So he got the car. Finally, after one of the recessions went through, I couldn't get it back from him. He got a divorce. I had to go to court and get him back, get my car back. You remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Get that car back. So then I got it back from him, and I found another guy, and he was worse than all of them. I don't even mention his name because who knows who's going to hear this thing. So he had the car. I had him a $2,000 deposit. He's going to do the body work, do this for me and everything. Took the car, gave him $2,000. Long story short, take him to court. Got all my car back, and then that's what, you know what? That was the best thing that could happen to me. Because then I went to Ocean County Votech, learned how to do all my own stuff. See all these diplomas up here?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one more. Nine semesters of auto body. So I did stuff myself through the years. I wound up doing the car. Eventually, after I did some other stuff, did that 55 Chevy back there. That took a year of my life. This Corvette took me a couple years. And
that 55 was a lot worse. It was probably your best work ever. That 55.
55?
You brought that thing from the brink of death.
You know what everybody said?
Junk.
You're crazy, man. You'll never get this car.
I said every day I go walk by the car, I said that thing's junk. Sitting on the lift. Remember I go by, junk.
Floors, quarters,
I'm
fenders.
like, you're crazy.
Did the car the way I wanted it. Then I did another car. Then finally I got the Corvette in there. That Corvette, when I bought it, I stripped it all down. Here's some pictures of it. This is the chassis, the bare chassis, after it was all blasted down and everything. Then I wasn't sure what kind of motor, so I had a motor done for me. The motor cost me about 15 grand, maybe a little bit more. It's a 540 cubic inch dart block, Pro One head, solid roller. It's got, I couldn't use that manifold. I had such a problem with the manifold that I have on it right now. I wanted this thing to fit under the hood. You're going to see in a little bit. So I wound up with I tried different manifolds. I wound up using the 68 Corvette manifold, which I'm lucky I did, because we had to raise the carburetors. The carburetors are all custom 500 carburetors, and they all got accelerator pumps underneath the carburetor, so you had to raise the carburetors up. If I had a 67 intake, that's got a higher intake. They said higher. Nothing would fit under the hood. So luckily I got a 68, and everything fit under the hood. This is the car after I cut it all up. This was the body alone, just the body. I was taken to the sandblasting place to get it blasted. There's no chassis there. The chassis is on the first picture. So that was what it looked like before I took it to the sandblaster. Then I got it back and blasted, and it still looks like a mess. I was putting the quarters on it. You can see the back quarters were shot, they were blown out, so I put new quarters on the back. That was an experience by itself. I never did fiberglass work, but
You
the
never did those
school,
before?
Ocean County Vocec,
They showed you how to do it.
yeah, a couple guys that did a little fiberglass work, they told me do this, do that. I was mocking it all up. I had the motor in the car, there's the body with the, it's rolling. You gotta get it all together, make sure everything fits. You know, what did I know? I didn't work any Corvettes before. And then the nose, I put a whole new nose on it. Front nose.
What transmission you got in that?
It's a Power Glide, the
Power Glide.
Trans Specialty,
Trans
with
Specialty.
the 3800 stall converter. That stall converter is something else. You step on it, it seems like the transmission slip before it pulls in, you know. But this is the body after I got it all back in primer, all glued, was all everything was put together. We had it on the car, it was all back together, getting ready for the put it back on the chassis. I was out there with Bundy. Me and Bundy were trying to put it on the by ourselves with the cherry picker, and the cherry picker bent. And luckily, yeah, were you there with the cherry picker too?
No, with the backhoe.
We wound up using the backhoe.
Yeah,
I couldn't do
you
it.
put that on.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with the cherry picker.
Remember the seat bolts were hitting on the
No, it was a big mess. And then we finally, my nephew Billy, here's Bundy. You see the top of his bald head up here. Billy light bulb.
Bundy.
And I was on the backhoe. We used the straps. We picked it up on the backhoe, lifted it, and we set it in there.
Lifted it right up, and we had to go underneath there and grind the
School.
on the,
This is after we sprayed the school. That's the car when it was sprayed in school.
Mind you, had to climb underneath there.
And this, you can see
It's only
the
about
Ocean
this much
County
space
Votec,
underneath
the
there.
spray booth that was back in that. We pushed that. It wasn't running. It was all apart. Still had a lot of crap to do with it, but that's.
Oh, let me see those pictures.
So the car got a 540 cubic inch engine. We've estimated about 820 horsepower in that thing with a Ford 9-inch rear.
Doing good?
Yeah.
I took it out. I had it started yesterday, and I went back to the shop. And you really got to give it some acceleration for that 3800 stall.
Yeah, it's worth to kick
It
in.
hit like that. This one, both wheels kicked in.
Did you get the alignment done?
No, I didn't go. I got to do a front end alignment of the car yet too, before I street it. I have a bunch of guys coming in with their cars very shortly. So we'll take a walk outside.
Sure.
That's all we can do. There's some pictures and stuff. Bobby,
What?
you're the one that did all the work on this thing.
That's good. Oh, hey. I'll stand back and watch it. Hey.
They started up, Pete, or what?
Yeah, let's start.
We can get this bed out of the way.
Let her open the hood too. You're a framer. I love cars. You like Mustangs. You want a Mustang.
Baby shine, huh?
Yeah, I did. Everybody said my car.
What was the base engine on that?
This is a 327 motor. Here's the motor over there. I got the original
Well, it's
motor.
a big block.
Okay, no.
Trying to keep this on here
Nah, leave it right here.
and to make this fit under the original.
Oh, yeah, you had to raise.
Big broke,
You had to raise.
found the base. I set it all down.
I gotta get a. I got electric fuel pump system Bobby put in. Double fans.